Today, I want to talk to you about some of the hottest niche markets that my team and I have found during our low content publishing adventure. So these are in no particular order, but let's start with niche number 1, sketchbooks and drawing books. So these are usually things like comic sketchbook templates or drawing books that are blank that kids can write in and kids can draw their favorite comic book hero. And typically where there is no information or images inside the book, you could add things like comic book phrases or a few different graphics in the header or footer, but primarily they're just large blank books that kids can draw and illustrate in. Niche market number 2, children's storyboard books. These are just line-filled journal-style books, but they usually include a rectangle space at the top or the bottom of each page that lets kids write the title of their story in or their name in. And otherwise, they're just lined journal pages. And you can do them in a triple line with a dotted line in the middle, which guides kids towards cursive writing and sketching easier. Niche number 3, personalized books. So this is one of my favorite niche markets, and there's an endless amount of ideas that will sell on Amazon, but one that sells really well is horoscope style journals, where all they feature the horoscope on the front cover, and then they're just 110 lined journal pages. You could also take this a step further and create a series of all the horoscopes. And you know me, I'm big on series. Any chance that you get to tie your books together, it's always a good idea because it helps guide people through your funnel from book 1 straight through to the last book in your series. You could also create journal covers based on names. The thing with this is that you want to make sure that you're targeting the most common names for certain years so that you're reaching a wider audience. And you can find the top names based on year of birth at nameberry.com. You could also take it a step further and create personalized journals based on lifestyle. So this goes beyond hobbies, which obviously is an awesome place to start. But what I mean is you're creating cover titles that speak directly to certain demographics, such as 40 and Fabulous or Boss Lady. I'm currently working on a series of journals that target solo hustlers, work-at-home moms, business women, and indie authors. So anything you can do that targets a specific demographic or segment of a larger niche is a great idea. Genre fanatics. Okay, so my background is in fiction writing, so I'm going to take things a step further in my business and create journals that target readers of my genre. So for example, the first time I hit a bestsellers list was with a pen name that writes paranormal romance. So from my years in P&R, I know that readers love dragon shifters. That gave me the idea to create a series of journal covers specifically for paranormal readers that feature fire-breathing dragons on the covers. But I won't stop there. After I've researched this niche, I found that journals based on magic overall are super hot sellers. So this includes things like coloring books for witches or a book of spells, which really are just blank journals with a few magical phrases sprinkled throughout. Guest books. So one of the first sales a member of our team made was when she created a series of wedding guest books. She created them in 8.2 by 6, and they're just lined pages, but she added a rustic cover, and she did use cream paper because it's more popular in that niche. You can also create guest books for any sort of family event, like reunions, anniversary parties, or even memorial services. Family connections. This is a really hot niche market, and it involves creating journals for generations. So for example, you could create a 5-year journal that's meant to be shared between a mother and a daughter, or a triple generation book where a grandmother can write in it for a year and then pass it to her daughter, who then passes it to hers. The same thing goes for family recipe books, keepsake books, family tree books, or anything where the journal is designed to be treasured and passed down. So you want to create journals that someone can't just easily find when they walk into Walmart. So the edgier, the quirkier, and the different your journals are, the better that they're going to sell. So we're currently working on a journal for bachelorette parties with a spin. We're going to make it so the bride-to-be can write about her wild weekend, but also her bridesmaids and friends can leave her secret notes that she can later read. Another one of my niches is focused on disgruntled employees and coworkers. So these books are just 100-line journal pages, usually sized at 6x9, and they feature nothing but a line of sassy text on the front. These are titles like Coworkers I Want to Punch in the Face. Yes, that's an actual title, by the way, by another seller. Or Things I Want to Say at Work But Can't. Just think about what people in your life often complain about, because chances are there's a niche there. Another example comes from my own family. My sister is one of the top adult toy sellers in Canada, and so I'm working on creating a party planning book for her and her reps. And since this is a huge company and one of many in this industry, I know they're going to sell. Now, while I can't use any of the company's names on the cover, because you never want to do that, I can still gear the cover toward the industry as a whole and what I know will attract those sales reps and adult party planners. Well, that's it for now, guys. I hope that this information has helped you in some way. Perhaps it sparked some ideas and creativity. And if you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to get in touch.